Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. What's up, y'all? Philyfli show checking in here, kicking in right by Production Studios. Had some crazy weather the last couple days between fluctuating stuff and Minnesota with its craziness. That's all I have to say. Dun dun dun. Alrighty, now we are jumping into one of the most. It seems like every year on the last pay per view kicks off with just a bang, and you're like, oh my god, UFC. And last year we only had last year we had a month because I remember I got like 3 weeks. It was like 2.5 or 3 weeks off in between, and this time we are literally getting like a whole month. Like it's 4 weeks until I'll be back with a UFC edition show, and it's a UFC Fight Night to kick off the year. That will be next year, but we still have one more card on Saturday. Calm down, everybody. One more card, and we get a little bit of a break, and then football will keep going in between there, and then football will be pretty much over for me because there won't be many games in the playoffs. So I'll do small little, probably 10-minute skits for you guys for the playoffs, just to keep everything around, and then I'll probably put off that NFL edition show a little bit and just do something different, and we'll probably just get back to UFC and be doing what we're doing, trying to build this podcast, trying to build our platform, trying to build the brand. Philyfli show is going to make you some money. If you've been listening the last couple weeks, the UFC has, I've been on my same tear that I've been doing. I think I hit it about 67 or 66%. Once this show is done, because this is the last show for a couple weeks, I am going to go over all the shows that I have put together, and I think I have everything written down still, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to go throughout, when I start the next show through the year, maybe have a quick edition show to show what my percentage was for the whole year, and go for year two, man. Year one's been amazing. When we do check in for the next show, one that's like 4 weeks from now, that will be the 1 year anniversary show, because I'm pretty sure I started the 16th and that's the 15th, so it's one day before. Not a full year, but it'll be 1 year, and that's pretty big for me. I've been doing this for a year, and I put forth the effort, and it's been crazy. So we'll start out. I got that Jillian Robertson fight wrong on the pay-per-view of Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier. Priscilla did just get tapped out. That was pretty bad. But what was going on in the beginning, or throughout what that fight was what I thought why Priscilla was going to win. Land big shots and just stop takedowns and be able to land big shots and put her away. It's not what happened. She gassed out a bit, did the wrong move, and got submitted. Next fight was Randy Costa versus Tony Kelly. Tony Kelly shut me up again. Thought about picking him throughout the whole thing, but man, Costa is just a beast. But it's just a bad night for him. Next was Ryan Hall versus Derrick Minner, and I got that fight right. We lost match like 12 of Perez and Matt Schnell, so nothing happened there. Miranda Maverick versus Erin Blanchfield was an amazing fight, and Erin Blanchfield showed why she is just... I don't get what is up with the 22-year-olds and the up-and-comers, but man, she puts in the effort, and all she wants to do is work. It's crazy. Good ups to Blanchfield, but Miranda Maverick, no, these two girls ain't no slouches, and they're going to meet up again in the future. Guarantee it. And now we got match leg number 10 on this sheet was Andre Muniz versus Eric Anders, and Andre Muniz showed exactly why he broke Jacare Souza's arm and submitted him. Dude can submit literally anyone at any point in time, guys. Do not sleep on him in the future. He is literally going to be a big part of the UFC. We jumped into the prelims. That was the early prelims, and it was Jordan Wright versus Bruno Silva. And man, I got scared in the beginning, but Bruno Silva pulled it out, landed a big 1-2 right off the temple, and it was it for Jordan, right? End of the night for him. Match like number 8 with Tai Tuivasa and Gusto Sakai was great, man. Tai Tuivasa, it just looks like he's getting better and better and better with every fight. It's nice. And then you get to see him do a shoey, which I don't know if I could ever do that, but it's, man, weird. But if I want to fight, maybe I could, because I'd be that nuts, you know? Match like number 7 was my boy Pedro Munoz versus Dominic Cruz, and man, Pedro just couldn't finish it off. I think he kind of gassed himself out after the first, trying to put Dom out. And hey, good ups to Dom, but that was a big fight and good fight, and I'm mad I got that one wrong. I'm also mad that Josh Emmett versus Dan Ige ended the way it did, and with Dan Ige losing, because I really, really, really thought Dan Ige was going to pull that one off. But Josh Emmett has a crazy right hand, but that's all he does is set it up. He doesn't really throw a jab to set it up. He just waits until you do something to slip into his right, and he just throws it. And someone needs to teach him how to get people to slip in a little different, or at least lead with a jab. If he led with a jab and came in there with that right every time, people can't get out of the way, and he'll kind of confuse people. It'd just be a better solution. Match leg into the main event win. Match leg 5, Raulian Pavea versus Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley got the nice big win, and hey man, he finally took out a ranked guy. He did take out a top competitor. I think that's really, really good. So it's time. It's time for the Cheeto Vera with Sean O'Malley rematch. I think that's really what I want to see. And then Kai Kara France welcomed Cody Garbrandt into the flyweight division by showing that even though you dropped weight and you're the bigger fighter, you still got dropped by a flyweight, man. Knocked out Cody Garbrandt. And Geoff Neal versus Santanigo Patnizio was such a good fight. Geoff Neal got the win, but ooh, that was, man, good fight. And then, so when I let off with this, I didn't even lead off with probably, I don't want to do this and say this because it's going to take away from Charles, but the biggest upset in the long, I can think of Pat O'Donnell or whatever, who beat Michelle Pitt at 170 pounds, where that dude's actually a 145 fighter. Him winning that fight was nuts. And then even thinking of Matt Serra, like, knocking out GSP. That's nuts in itself, too. But Amanda Nunes, the GOAT of the MMA, got taken out by Juliana Pena. And there's I can only count on my hand so many people who actually thought she was going to win. They all talked me into it to where I believe she could win. I never went out and said she was going to win, so I'm not taking any credit for that at all. I just said they talked me into believing that she has a chance. So when I was watching that fight, I watched in that first round, or after that first round, I was looking in the corner. Man, I was like, done. This fight's done. Amanda's GOAT. She's going to keep walking forward and then finish this girl. And then something started to happen. This jab started coming out, and this 1-2 down the middle started connecting each time. And each time it connected, you saw the face of Amanda go from Amanda to, oh my God, I'm gassing, and I don't know what to do. This girl's not dropping. And that's exactly how Kat Zingano even Juliana Pena before the fight laid out exactly how she was going to win the fight, and she went out and did it. Nuts. Just nuts. Now, another crazy stat that I'm going to tell you guys, and why I'm bringing this up. Ronda Rousey was considered the greatest bantamweight for however long, right? Go look at her title defenses. She had 5 bantamweight title defenses. Do you know how many Amanda Nunes had? Now, that's not counting her featherweights in between. That's the problem. That's where you kind of, a little bit of misleading information, but you're going to be shocked at this. 5. On the 5th, or on the 6th try, same thing with Ronda Rousey, failed. That is a crazy stat line. I'm not saying Ronda's as good as Amanda. Nobody's saying that. I'm just saying that stat line is nuts. We're going to see a rematch right away. But boy, that was great. Just awesome. I didn't think I was going to see someone dethrone Amanda Nunes in my lifetime. So, again, amazing night for everybody. And then we get to the Charles Dustin Poirier fight. Today I was watching a little interview between Justin Gaethje and Brett Okamoto. And Justin, and I totally believe him in this, and would have to go back and rewatch the fight again to kind of see it again, but Justin thinks the pressure from Oliveira and Dustin and him going at it the way they did in the first round, he thinks that Dustin kind of threw out his arms trying to finish him and, just kind of threw himself out because he thought it was going to be done in the first round. Okay? That makes sense, and with the forward pressure. The reason why I believe him is because of the way he broke it down. Charles Oliveira's pressure and the way he comes forward, even though if he gets hit and rocked, he still's kind of there. That gasses you in itself because that's what Khabib did to him. He goes, every time I hit Khabib with a good shot, he just kept coming forward, and it was just daunting on me because I kept having to backpedal and throw everything into it, right? Well, that's what Charles did to Dustin. So him breaking it down in that similar fashion, we got a big fight with Dustin and Charles. I know, Dustin and Charles. We already had the fight with Dustin and Charles. With Justin and Charles. Because Dustin and Charles already fought. Charles submitted Dustin Poirier, as you all know. It was beautiful. Like, do not dog that dude. I've told you. I picked him to win. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but, like, literally, that's exactly how I thought he was going to win. It's Charles. Charles is an amazing fighter. It took him a long time to get to where he's at. But, hey, dude can bring it. And we still are going to see lightweights going at it like crazy. We have big fights in the future, but we are going to jump into UFC Fight Night, Derrick Lewis versus Chris Daukaus. What a heavyweight bout, man. I thought his brother was fighting on here. I was hoping he was, but they didn't do that again. I wish they would. That was awesome. But we're going to jump into it. It's a 14-leg match leg. We might get a fight drop off. You never know. This stuff's been crazy lately, and each time I put out a thing, one fight gets dropped off. So we'll see what happens this time. So we'll jump into it. We got a lightweight bout between Jordan Leavitt and Matt Sales, and both are negative 110 pick'ems. This fight got, I think, brought together really shortly, so that's why I think they're both pick'ems. I'm going with Jordan Leavitt. Just looks like the better fighter, but hey, you can go either way on that one since it's a pick'em. My confidence level of Jordan Leavitt gets a nice win there. 3 out of 5. Match leg 13 is Dontel Mays versus Josh Parison in the heavyweight division. And I'm not betting on Josh Parison after what he did to me last time. And you guys should know that from previous shows if you've been listening. That dude failed me on a bad parlay. That would have won me some good money if he could have just won the fight. So I am picking Dontel Mays to get that fight done with. He gets the win. Dontel Mays negative 200 favorite. Josh Parison plus 170 underdog. 3 out of 5 on my confidence level on Dontel. Alright, so next is a match leg number 12 versus Raquel Pennington. Raquel Pennington versus Macy Chiasson in the featherweight division. The female. Wow, it's a featherweight fight? That's crazy. Raquel moving up. She already looked big for bantamweight. I wonder how big she's gonna look at featherweight. Crazy. But we got Macy as a plus 155 underdog and Raquel as a negative 180. I give the advantage to Raquel just because she's been in big fights and done a few more fights than Macy. But Macy is 8-1, so don't sleep on that one. That's a fight I'd stay away from, so my confidence level is 2 out of 5 on that one. Match leg number 11, we got Charles Jourdain versus Andre Ewell at featherweight, and Andre has not looked good in his last 2 fights. Charles, he looks good even when he loses fights, so big featherweight competitorship here. But I'm going with Charles Jourdain, negative 195 favorite in Charles, and Andre's a plus 165 underdog. 4 out of 5 on my confidence level there for y'all. Alright, match leg number 10. We got Soraya Eubanks versus Melissa Gatto. Soraya is a negative 170 favorite, and Melissa is a plus 145. This is a flyweight women's bout. Melissa is who I'm going with on this one. Soraya is an up and down fighter, and I think Melissa's got more talent than her. But we'll see on Saturday, guys. 2 out of 5 on my confidence for Gatto, though. So if you're going Melissa, remember it's a risk, and she is a plus 145 underdog. All right, match leg number 9, we got Justin Tafa versus Harry Hunsucker in the heavyweight division. Justin Tafa has got hands and he is a beast, but he likes to get in wars and get caught and put to sleep. So Harry has a chance, but I'm going Justin Tafa. He's a negative 330 favorite, whereas Harry's a plus 260. And 4 out of 5 on my confidence level on that one for Justin. Match leg number 8, we got Raoni Barcelos versus Victor Henry. Victor Henry is making his UFC debut, and he's a plus 260 underdog, whereas Barcelos is a negative 330 favorite in the bantamweight division. Barcelos gets a win here. 4 out of 5 on my confidence on that one. Do not sleep on Barcelos getting that win there, guys. That's a big fight to put on there. I wish I had the confidence for a 5, but I'm going 4. Featured prelim bout, we got Dustin Stolfus versus Gerald Marchat. Gerald Marchat has gotten some good wins in his last couple fights, whereas Dustin's not looking so good. It's a middleweight fight. I'd be putting money on Gerald to get a submission win. It might not give you the best odds, but it'll give you a little bit better odds when he gets here. He's a negative 230 favorite, whereas Dustin's plus 190. I bet you if you went on the submission thing, it's probably at like negative 155 or 160, so you just get a little bit better odds there. 4 out of 5 on my confidence level there. All right, we'll jump to the main card here. Match leg number 6, Cub Swanson versus Darren Elkins in the featherweight division. Never sleep on Darren Elkins. You can put money on this fight if you want on Darren, but I'm going Cub Swanson. I just think Cub can take shots too, just like Darren, but negative 200 on Cub, plus 170 on Darren. 2 out of 5 on my confidence that Cub gets a win here. Man, don't sleep on Darren, though. Dude's an animal in the UFC and in the featherweight division. Match leg number 5 is a lightweight bout between Diego Fieta versus Masus Gamrot. And dude, Diego is a beast. This is a big test for Masus Gamrot, but I'm going Gamrot. He's a negative 190 favorite, whereas Diego's a plus 160. 3 out of 5 confidence level there, but watch this fight, guys. This is a big fight in the lightweight division, even though I don't think either of these dudes are ranked. Match leg number 4 is Rafael Sunsao versus Ricky Simon in the bantamweight division. Rafael Sunsao is a plus 230 underdog, whereas Ricky is a negative 280 favorite. I'm going Ricky Simon because that dude is an animal in the bantamweight division. 3 out of 5 on my confidence level there. Then we got match leg number 3. We got Amanda Lemos versus Angela Hill in the strawweight women's division. Angela Hill is a plus 260 underdog, whereas Amanda Lemos is a negative 330 favorite. If you have not seen Amanda Lemos or Angela Hill fight, that's going to be a fun fight, but Lemos gets the job done and gets a W there. 4 out of 5 on my confidence level there. Co-main event of the evening is a big fight in the welterweight division. We have Stephen Thompson versus Bilal Muhammad. Muhammad is a plus 180 underdog, whereas Stephen Thompson's a negative 220 favorite. This is a fight I'm not betting on, guys, because both of these dudes can win this fight. We're going to see if Bilal's the real deal, and we're also going to see if Stephen Thompson still got it, but he's kind of toward the end of his career, unfortunately, man. Wonder Boy's there, but woo. All right, so I'm going Stephen Thompson there. And then we get the main event of the evening. Derrick Lewis versus Chris Daukaus. Chris Daukaus is a negative 135 favorite, whereas Derrick Lewis is a plus 115 underdog. And man, boys and girls, I'm going Chris Daukaus, but I'm not betting on this fight either. How do you bet on a Derrick Lewis fight when that dude's got the power to just destroy anybody? Yeah, he loses fights, but he also knocks dudes out in the last minute, so could be a bad night for Chris, but Chris has got a lot of speed and looks kind of like Cyril Gahn, and look what Cyril Gahn did to Derrick Lewis. So if Chris Daukaus could kind of follow that type of game plan, Derrick Lewis could be in for a long night, or we could see a 5-round fight. It's a 5-round fight, 4.5 rounds. Chris Daukaus just beating the hell out of Derrick, and Derrick land that shot. I've seen it before. All right, I typically haven't been doing this lately, but I felt a little gifty since we got holidays coming up. My birthday's coming up on Monday, so I felt a little gifty. So I'm giving you some parlays, some extra stuff to make some extra money. All right. I'd go Charles Jourdain with that negative 195, Justin Tafa with that negative 330, Barcelos with the negative 330, and Mershot with that negative 230. Very, very confident in that one. Three-legger I'll give you. Masus Gamrot with that negative 190, Ricky Simone with that negative 280, and Amanda Lemos with that negative 330. Now, if you want to get real testy and real risky, do both those each there, and then do one with all those together. Why not, y'all? All right, Philyfli show is going to be checking out for the final time this year. When I see you guys next year, it'll be our 1-year anniversary show. But we will still have a little bit of NFL, so listen to the NFL show. And I'll see you guys January 15th. And I hope y'all win some dang old good old money. I probably won't really review this one on the next show, so get at me. Let's get at it and talk. If you got anything to say, any suggestions even for my show, let me know. Peace out, y'all. See you next year.